Hey guys, it's Jer. So, story time. Yesterday I was on my bike ride. I've been going 14 miles out from here and then 14 miles back. So about 28 miles. And then sometimes I'll even do 2 bike rides in one day to where it'll end up being anywhere from a total of like 28 miles to all the way up to like I did 50 the other day, close to 50 the other day. So anyway, I was on a bike ride yesterday. I've never ever since riding my bike have crashed, and I never even really was scared of it or thought it would happen. Like I was like, whatever, it's not gonna happen. It happened. I was on my bike. I was going pretty fast and ended up hitting the ledge of the sidewalk. This has happened before, but usually I'm just able to get right back on. Like I hit the ledge, get right back on the sidewalk, get going again. So I did this yesterday, and the ledge was a little bit more steeper than what I thought it was, where I had hit. And whenever that happened, my bike lost the traction. And whenever the bike lost traction, I started to go down. But usually, if I feel like I'm going to start to go down, I can like correct myself. This time I couldn't. Like, there was no way. I couldn't. The bike slammed into the ground and ended up sliding. And whenever it slid me, pushing my face, like right here, I don't know if you can see it even or not, it's not bad, across the ground until I eventually hit the curb where the street was. My head popped up over the curb and ended up slamming into the street. My body and everything was in the middle of the street. Well, off to the side of the street, but on the street nonetheless. Thankfully, there was no cars coming. It hit, like I was in shock for a second, and then realized I'm in the street. So I hurried up and got back off the street, and immediately was like checking to see if there was blood. As soon as like I checked, my fingers had blood on them, and I was just like, oh no. And so I kept on like feeling, because I was like, if I'm not gushing blood, I'm okay. I will be fine. Like, it's just scraped. It's just, you know, whatever. I'll be okay. I don't think it's that big of a deal. And sure enough, I wasn't gushing blood. I got in my bag, got a towel out, and as I was getting a towel out, someone stopped in the middle of the road and was like, "Are you okay? I'm calling 911." And so she started calling 911. I was like, "I'm okay, I'm fine." She's like, "No, you need to go to the hospital. Your face is covered in blood." And I was like, "It's fine, I'm okay, I will be fine." And she was like, "No." She's like, "Do you have anybody to call? I can give you my phone and you can call somebody." I was like, for one, I don't really. Like, my roommates have moved. So I wasn't explaining this to her, but I was thinking in my head, I was like, I have a new roommate. I hardly know her name. I don't know her phone number. And then, so there's that. I have friends, but they are either at work or busy. I don't want to bug anybody with this, so I'm not going to call anybody. I'll be fine. I was like, I'll be fine. It's okay. Don't call them. She's like, they're already on their way. I was like, what? No, it's okay. And so she was like, just wait here. Ambulance is on their way, and I'll be here with you. And so she got like, she had this like this iced water in a bottle, and it was like a cube of ice, and she was like, put that on your neck or something. Tell me you can't drink anything, don't drink any water or anything, but you can put that on your neck or on your head or whatever you need, just take it. And I was like, okay. She was like panicking, and I was just kind of like, I just want to get back on my bike, finish my bike ride, and go home. And she's like, you can't ride any further. She's like, you need to find somebody to call to come and get you or go to the hospital. She's like, you definitely need to go to the hospital. And I was like, I don't, I'm okay. Anyway, paramedics arrived. They checked me out, and the guy was like, well, the main paramedic guy was like, you really need to go to the hospital. You're like bleeding bad, and like, no, you can't get back on your bike. He was like, call somebody. He's like, at least call somebody to come and get you, because you really are not going to be able to ride your bike. Like, you can't. And I was like, no, I can. I'm going to be fine. And he was like, do you have anybody that you can call? And I was like, well, I have a roommate. I don't know her phone number. She just moved in. I have older roommates that lives somewhere maybe locally, but I don't want to bug anybody. And he was like, you need to bug somebody. Like, you need to, like, it's okay. They're going to be. I was like, no, it's fine. I'm not like dead. I'll be okay. And so he was like, well, he's like, I ride a bike. Let me look at your bike and get it fixed up. The wheel had the handlebars had become unaligned, and so he realigned those. He was like, if you're saying you're gonna do this, what we'll do is we'll clean you up. We will put a wrap on you. And they put a wrap on my arm, and then one around my head. As you can probably see, I think I'm gonna use it as a thumbnail. I took a picture, and so they did this. They wrapped it all up, and they again asked me if I wanted to go to the hospital. Had me sign off on something saying I didn't want to go to the hospital, which is absolutely fine because I didn't want to go. And then he was like, "We're gonna follow you for a little. Make sure you go back home, not continue your bike ride, because you can't continue your bike ride. You just need to finish it, go back home." And so I was like, okay. And I really was going to, but then they actually did kind of follow me and ended up like on my way back home, they had pulled off and went to go turn around, and they went over the loudspeaker thing, and he was like, because he had got my name, and he was like, "Jeremy Johnson, we're watching you." And I was like, okay, thanks guys. And I kept on going. But anyway, I got home, and whenever I got home, I took off the wrap. I was like, this thing can't be that bad. I took off the wrap, and I was like, whoa, it is pretty bad. Like, it wasn't like a gash, but it's like it's weird. It's an indent. And so I was like, I am going to take a picture and send it to my ex-roommate, who is a nurse, and see what she says. And she was like, you're fine. Just you don't need to go to the hospital. Just put some bandages on and you're good to go. So that's what I've done. But that's my story. It was crazy. I didn't ever expect to even get, like, even the paramedic or whatever was like, you need the EMT. You need to get a helmet. And he was like, and I was like, okay. And he was like, I don't use a helmet either. Like, you don't really need one. You're fine. But I need to suggest that you get a helmet. And I was like, I can't believe this happened. Like, I didn't expect it to. But I don't want to wear a helmet because I feel like it's just like too much. But yeah, so that's my story. Sorry I haven't been on in a while. I've been busy trying to get, like I said, my life refocused and getting ready for the move coming up in a few months. So there's that. Anyway, I hope you guys have been doing fine. I'm probably going to add those pictures. So if you don't like blood, I would say go ahead and stop the video now, because they do include blood. So yeah, if you haven't yet, be sure to like this video and subscribe. I'd love to have you be a part of my YouTube family. Okay, until next time, I will see you guys very, very soon. Love you. Mwah. Bye.